students, we will be doing the revision of chapter number 9 and 10 of your EVS book. And here we will be discussing the question answer that already you have from the website you have got. Now let's come to the question number 1 of chapter number 9, changing families. What do you mean by a family? Family is defined as a specific group of people that may be made up of partners, children, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents. An example of a family is a set of parents living with their children. The definition of family is the group of people who share common ancestor. Ancestor means the people who are your forefathers, means the father of or mother of your father and their mother and father and their mother and father and so on. They are known as the ancestor, your forefather. Now let me tell you, if this answer you write, it is okay. If you write by your own, means your own answer if you write of the question, and if it is okay, then also you will get full marks. Yes, children. You don't have to worry that you have to write the same thing that has been provided to you. You can write your own answer by your own words. You can use your own words and write the answer. It will be fine. Next question is, what is birth certificate? Birth certificate is an important document for every newborn child. Whenever a child is born, birth certificate is issued. In India, birth certificate is issued by Gram Panchayat, municipality, or by the medical officer of an hospital where the baby is born. It is an official document issued to record a person's birth and identity by their name, place, birthplace and all. So now you know what is birth certificate and how it is issued and by whom it is issued. All these things are very important for you to know, because all these things are there in the Constitution of India, that we also known as the Samvidhan in Hindi, or in Bengali Shomvidhan. Here we know that what is birth certificate. Now the question number 3 is, what is health card? This also is very important for you to know. What is a health card? Now here, day by day you will get to know more about this, because from 2020 onwards, health card will be issued to more and more citizens of India. A health card is an identity card. It is like an identity card which identifies you as a person who has been insured by your health and insurance company. So the health and insurance companies are the companies or organization that actually insures or that actually secure some amount of rupees for your health and for your well-being. That is, you are eligible, you are compatible, or you are okay to avail medical treatment, to take medical treatment in the network of hospitals without having to pay any cash, as your insurance company will take care of your payment. Now next question, what is meant by promotion and transfer at work? Promotion is defined as the movement of an employee from one position to another position of a higher pay grade or salary. Promotion means when a person is moved to a higher position where the salary is also more. But what is transfer? Transfer is defined as the movement of an employee from one position to another position at the same pay grade level or similar salary. What is marriage? Now what is marriage? You are going to answer me in your own words. That's why I just left that question. In your own words you can answer it. Next question is, what is child marriage or early marriage and why it is still prevalent in the world? This is a very vital question. In India, in few villages and rural areas, still child marriage is there. So we should know what is child marriage and why it is still there, not only in India but in few other countries also. Child marriage or early marriage is defined as the marriage or union between two people in which one or both the parties, means both the person, the girl and the boy, are younger than 18 years of age. Parents, now why does this happen? Because parents often feel that a young girl is an economic burden, means it is a liability, or you can say it is a very heavy kind of a burden, very heavy kind of a duty to be a girl, to have a girl, and therefore they want to get her married of their young children, of their young daughters, before they even become actually liability, actually burden. So they think that young girls or the girls are a heavy duty for them. Next question, what is the current lawful age of marriage in India? What is the legal age of marriage? Currently, the law says that the minimum age of marriage is 21 for men and 18 years for women in India. So here the legal age is mentioned over here. Now next question, how can we prevent child marriage? Now we all know child marriage is a problem, is a huge problem, not only in India but many parts of the world. But how can we prevent it? There are 5 evidence-based strategies identified by ICRW. What is the full form over here? International Center for Research on Women. It is an international organization. To delay or to prevent child marriage, they have suggested 5 steps that how it can be prevented. First, empower girls. Make girls powerful with information, skills and support networks. Provide economic support and incentive. Incentive means help. Help to girls and their families and financial support to them. Then educate and rally parents and community members. First is, I always feel education is the key. If the family is educated, then everything will be okay. Now the other 2 steps, you will tell me what are the other 2 steps that is being suggested by ICWR. Okay. Next question is, write down the reason for the changes in. Now this question is there in the book where Nimis family and Stering family and Nazlis family, there is changes. And why is it? The reason for the changes are as follows. In Nimis family, the change happened because of the birth of a new baby. They got a new family members. So when a new family member is added, of course there will be change. In Stering family, Stering father got promoted and was transferred to a new town. So Stering family enjoyed a new town along with the new challenges. So there is a new town and new locality. That's why the change in their family happened. And in Nazlis family, a new bride came to Nazlis family. She was Nazlis sister-in-law. She was Nazlis sister-in-law, means the bride of Nazlis brother. And that's why their family also got a new change. So these are all the new things that usually also happens with all of us. In our family also, because of something like this, a new change happens. either if we are shifted to a new place, or a new member of the family arrive, or somebody gets married in our family. So all these things are the positive, good changes that happens in a family. And here we can understand the mechanism or the functioning of family, how it works. Next question is, there can be many reasons for changes in families. Can you think of some more reasons? So changes in families happen because of several reasons. Some of the reasons of changes are birth of a new child, when a new child is born, marriage of a family member, that already we have discussed, transfer of a family member to other place because of work, then also change will happen, getting a good job by a family member, then also change will happen. Why? Because then the family will be financially, monetary basis, they will be more strong, they will have more money to spend, so their family will be more happy. Getting admission in a good school or college by a family member, that will also be a good change in a family, because that time if you get admission in a good school or college, you will get more nicely educated, and when you are good educated, you will get a good job and your future will be secured. Now here the next chapter we will discuss, that is chapter number 10, Hututu. Here the first question was fill in the blanks. Here Dash father works in the police. Whose father works in police? Karnam Malleshwari's father works in police. Dash managed to touch the central line. Shyamala managed to touch the central line. Dash said that her team was not out. Who said this? Rosie said that her team was not out. Now next question is, when you play Kabaddi, how many players do you have in a team? When we play Kabaddi, there are 12 players in a team, where 7 players play on the ground and 5 others are substitutes. Substitutes means they are extra. So 7 players play on the ground and 5 are extra. So total players are 12. Many of you have questioned me this same thing, that ma'am, how many total players are there? So here you get the answer. Next question number 3 is, who is Karnam Malleshwari? Karnam Malleshwari is a weightlifter. She can lift a weight of 130 kilograms. Can you imagine? That's so more than her weight, maybe more than double of her weight. And she also have won 29 medals in international events, international sports events. Next question is, write some ways to resolve disputes in the game. In any kind of game, when you are playing, there will be disputes. Disputes means arguments. There will be fightings, arguments. How you can dissolve it, how you can resolve it, means how you will solve it. Some ways are, first we must show sportsman spirit. We should be very positive about it. We should stay calm and listen to the referee or the umpire. We should be very calm and cool. Next, we must abide by all the rules and regulation, which is very much important. Without rules and regulation, games cannot be played. Next question is, what does it mean to be out in games? When does one gets out in Kabaddi? Here, to be out in a game means that the player cannot continue the game for a certain time. There are 3 ways to get out in Kabaddi. We all know what is out means. In any game, that means for a certain period of time, you cannot just play in the game. And there are 3 ways that you can be out in Kabaddi, that are, if the player is stopped by the opposite team during his move, if he touches opposite player and is stopped by the team, and if he stops saying kabaddi kabaddi. This one is very important because if you stop saying kabaddi kabaddi, then you are out of the game. And again, if the opposite team player touches and stop you while you are on the move, and also if he touches the opposite player. Now next question is, what is the role of a coach in a team? So we all know that a coach is very important for a team. A coach or a referee or an umpire. What is the role of a coach? Here are the role. The coach teaches the techniques and rules to the player. Very important. A coach always encourages and tells the benefits of the practice. What are the advantages that you will get if you practice regularly? A coach convinces the players to do more practice and make them work hard. The coach will encourage you. He will convince you. He will tell you repeatedly that you have to work hard and practice. A coach helps a player to build strong willpower. He will encourage and motivate you. Next question, how hard do you think the player have to work? The player have to work very hard. They have to get up early in the morning for practice, and also they have to practice for long hours. So here, if you think that being a player is very easy, then the answer is no. Being a player needs regular practice and very much hard work. A player does not become successful in only one day. A player becomes successful through the hard work over and over the years. And you really have to do your early morning practice and long hours practice to be fit for your game and also be a successful player. So here we have learned the role of a coach, the importance of a coach in a team, in a game, and also how players work hard. Next question is, what are Jwala, Leela and Hira famous for? Jwala, Leela and Hira are famous kabaddi players. They encouraged other girls to play kabaddi and formed a kabaddi club. Hira, the youngest sister, became a kabaddi coach. So they all are related with the game of kabaddi. Even the younger sister have become a kabaddi coach. Next question, what is the game of kabaddi like? All of you must have played or may have seen kabaddi game. So kabaddi is a rough game with many rules. You have to follow rules. It includes pushing and pulling, screaming, shouting, dragging and falling on the ground. It is a very physical as well as mental game. So this game is both physical and of mental strength. This game will need physical as well as mental strength. Physical because there is pulling, screaming, shouting, dragging and falling. And why mental strength? Because you have to plan strategies. You have to plan how to pull up your game and how to play the game very nicely strategically so that your team wins. So there is a mental game also which comes along with the physical game of kabaddi. So I would suggest all of you, when the school reopens, try to play this game so that all of you will know what kind of strategies, mental strength or mental strategies you have to make to play this game. So that's all for today's video, children. I hope all of you have understood well. And also again I will tell you that you can write the answer with your own words. The only thing is you need to understand the chapter and you need to understand the concept that are being taught. The only thing is that you are understanding it or not. That's all. Thank you. Stay safe, study hard, and see you in the next video.